Board of Supervisors for August 12th, 2008 is back in session. Nothing to announce from closed session. And I'd like to invite Estelle Clifton to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask for indulgence of the chair and ask for a moment of silence. As we know quite well in this county, we've been suffering through a disaster, naturally caused fires. And unfortunately, in the last several days, the largest loss of life since September 11th has taken place with firefighters in California, with a helicopter crash up in the Shasta Trinity National Forest, killing 9 employees and severely injuring 4 others. So I'd like to ask for a moment of silence in their memories and their services to our citizens in the state of California. Thank you very much, and we'll be conducting this meeting in their memories. First item of business, routine business, approval of the minutes of August 5th. Do I hear any corrections, additions, changes, and/or action on the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Do I hear a second? Just a reminder to the board, these are summary minutes. The actual DVDs of the meeting are the actual minutes. A second. Okay, there is a motion and a second to approve the minutes of August 5th. Any discussion? All those in favor of the action signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, that brings us to the consent calendar. To the clerk, proper notice on the consent calendar.
Yes, we do have proper notice.
Okay. To the board, items to be pulled for separate consideration.
Mr. Chair, I have an item I'd
Madam
like to discuss
Counsel.
regarding the consent calendar.
Please.
I'd ask that you would continue item number 17 for at least a week. My office and the CEO's office were not involved in the preparation of this, and I have concerns that I haven't had a chance to review it and determine what implications, if any, we have as a result of adopting such a resolution. I've spoken with Supervisor Colfax, and he is indulging me in my request, and I believe he supports the request. So if you don't mind, I really would like this continued for a week.
Okay. To the board members, discussion on item 17. Any argument against? I believe there's at least one person, maybe more, in the audience that came for this item. To the council, Supervisor Pinchot.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar 1 through 16.
1 through 16, so that's the remainder of the consent calendar. Okay, so okay, so there is a motion 1 through 16. Do I hear a second?
Second.
There is a second. Okay, now, I believe there is a member, at least one, wishing to speak on item 17. Is there a conflict with the board to take public comment at this point? Okay. Ms. Sparks, I believe you're out there somewhere. Is this going to cause a delay or a problem? Please step forward so I can ask you a couple questions. Ms. Sparks, is there a time delay? Will this cause any hardship? Certainly, you wouldn't want this board to act on something we haven't had a chance to fully vet out and implement without some background, and so the council is asking us for time to do that. Is that going to cause a problem?
The deadline is September 1st for the application to be in Washington. So meeting next week, which would be the 19th of
19th.
August, we would still have time if
Okay.
the documents were then promptly processed.
Okay, all right.
So that's fine. I'll be back.
Yeah,
you.
really apologize for your trip over and just ask for your forgiveness, I guess, the best way to put it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so there is a motion and a second to pass the consent calendar with item. Right, okay. Is there any public comment on the remainder of the consent items 1 through 16? Okay, seeing none. Back to the board with a vote on the consent calendar. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes unanimously. Okay, moving along,
So we're continuing item 17 till next week.
next week, that's correct. Okay, we do have a number of public comments. Being such a nice, beautiful day today, why don't we take up public comment right off the bat and allow these people to get back to their regular lives. So, first person, and please, if there are people out in the audience wishing to provide public comment, please fill out one of these salmon-colored cards, provide it to the clerk. I'll then call your name in the order that I've received them, and please step to the podium, state your name, and keep your comments to 3 minutes. And the first speaker is Larry Peterbaugh.
Hello, my name is Larry Peterbaugh. I'm here speaking for the Yes on B Coalition. In January, you adopted an ordinance that declares that more than 25 marijuana plants per legal parcel is a public nuisance, along with any cultivation within 1,000 feet of a school, bus stop, church, or youth-oriented facility.